What is up, everybody? Fire Chicken here, back at the Scrapyard, kicking it with chicken. I didn't even plan on doing this. Just had some free time, so here I am. I do have some notes and stuff wrote down on things I want to talk about, but before any of that, I want to just do a moment of silence for Mr. Two from the Lou. I recently heard that Street Beef fighter Mr. Two from the Lou passed away. I don't know any details about it or anything. So, moment of silence for him and for 925 Pride. Sorry. So it's really hard having these guys that you watch, all the time on Street Beefs, and then realizing that you're not going to see them anymore. Shoot, it's just been a hard one for everybody at Street Beefs lately. So RIP, guys. Hitmon Lee, thank you. Regeneration Nation, thank you. Solo, thank you. Welcome to the chat, guys. So, as I said, we do got a few things to talk about. Oh, dude, Regeneration. I'm really sorry. Life's way too short. It is. Cherish the moments you got with people, because you don't know how long you got. You don't know how long anybody's got. I've realized that, like, I'm getting older, learning more lessons and everything. The older you get, the more people that you see pass away that unfortunately. Sometimes you regret that you didn't get to know them more, that you didn't spend more time with them, or even sometimes that, like, maybe you had like kind of an issue with somebody and they passed away and you never got a chance to really smooth things over. I try to keep things like, I actually don't like having people would like negativity toward me personally. Like, if I know somebody and they have a problem with me, I know it shouldn't bother me, but I don't like it because I feel like maybe it's something that I did, or maybe we can fix it. Because it's always a really good feeling when you're able to talk about something and get over it. So it's just something that weighs on your conscience when you have it, and then it just kind of drags on and drags on with you. So try to get along with everybody. Try to I say squash the beef with people, but not everything's always fight worthy, guys. And this has nothing to do with, this just has to do with, like, in general. It's got nothing to do with either of these guys that passed away. So having a conscience is good. Yeah. I just feel like it's something that you can have, not be stressed out about by thinking about people that that don't, that you know what I said, you know what I meant. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I was at work the other day and I was sitting there and I was doing a job, and I had a little bit of time to write down a few things to go over. Exactly, man. Exactly. Hitmon Lee, man. This is a street beef scrapyard fighter. He's fought a few times out in the yard. Um, Very talented. Taekwondo background. Has some beautiful kicks. And this happened to him recently. But I feel like you kept a really positive attitude about it, and you were determined to beat that. And it looks like you're doing good. I see you're putting out content. You're doing kicks. But I mean, did it make you feel like you had some regrets though? Because you're young, when you find out something like that and you don't know how long you got, do you regret maybe not doing more or anything like that? Yes, Illuminate. We're all glad he's doing good. I don't know. For me, it's just like the older I get, the more I think about how much time I don't have left. You know, um, I try not to work as much overtime and that kind of stuff because I want to spend more time with the family and do things that I like to do. I like to go outside. I like to go on hikes. I like to go on trips. Um, all that stuff. I like to see places. I really do. Hey, I 100% know what you're talking about there because back in I'll go back a little bit and explain my what happened with me. Nothing like with you, but as far as what you said there about getting caught up in work, man, things that really matter. So when I was 20, I started training martial arts, and I trained for I think up until I was about 27, 28, and then I got hired at my job. Now I like my job, I do, um, but they demand a lot from you. They want you to be there for overtime. They want you to go away from your family sometimes for months on end. Um, they there it's just a really like you it's like being in the Navy but not being in the Navy. Like they own part of you but not all of you. So anyway, what I'm getting at is at that point I kind of stopped training martial arts. I was focused on work. I wanted to progress. I wanted to make more money, all that stuff. And at the time though, I had 3 kids and I wasn't making very much money. I was making $15 an hour with a wife and 3 kids, and I needed to work hard. I needed to move up. It was important. But then when you're at a place for a while and you get to the spots you feel comfortable at or where you want to be, um, then you can start to think about stuff like, what do I want to do? What did I miss out on in the last 10 years? And I missed out on a lot of training. It wasn't until Street Beefs. It wasn't until Street Beefs and Pata, my boxing coach, that got me back into boxing that I really started to have that passion for martial arts again. But um, yeah, regeneration. You're right. In 100 years, none of this will matter. What about the impact that you left on people when you were here? Like, how do people remember you when people talk about you? Like, do they say, "Man, that was a really cool person. He did this, he did that, he cared about this or that," or you're constantly writing your own biography, your autobiography. You're constantly writing it, and how people see you is how you'll be remembered when you're gone. But anyway, talk is really deep right now. Let's talk about some of the fight stuff. So, guys, we gotta. This should go without saying. These are going to be a couple of the rules that I have to continuously go over in the scrapyard, and I don't get how some of this stuff, like this one in particular, I don't know. Like, I figured when I say, guys, wear a cup in kickboxing and MMA, that should be the end of the discussion. You bring a cup, you put it on, you protect your balls. But it's mandatory that you wear a cup. Now, boxing is not required in our yard to wear a cup. However, you may wear a cup in boxing. You may wear a groin protector, but you will not wear a groin protector that covers 2/3 of your abdomen. I think we just kind of let it go and just thought, like, okay, some people wear them, some people wear the high ones, some people don't. We just didn't really like enforce it. But then if somebody says something like, I don't like this person's groin protector, then I got to stop and think, like, I understand what you're saying. I hear you. And it's a legitimate concern. So, guys, boxers, you got a week. Buy a different groin protector, because, and this isn't targeted at anybody in particular, because a lot of people have worn these, guys. A lot of people, a lot of boxers, especially guys that do amateur boxing, they already have them. So we're just not going to wear the high groin protectors. You can wear the groin protector that's on the outside as long as it's not covering up the sides of your stomach and up past your belly button, because really you're cushioning the blow when people hit you. So it's a disadvantage to your opponent. Warnings and points. Don't be like that, Jizzy. Behave. Let's talk about points and warnings and fouls. Okay. Eye pokes, groin shots, spitting your mouthpiece out, hitting to the back of the head, anything, any kind of foul, you'll get warned on. And if you do something like an eye poke or a punch to the back of the head, well, maybe more of an eye poke or a groin shot, and it ends the fight, it could end up being a draw. Yeah, it could just end up being a draw, depending on how far in the fight it was. If it happens a couple times, it'd just be like a no contest, and nobody gets a win. Or a disqualification. It can be a disqualification. So, mouthpiece. You spit your mouthpiece out. You can do it twice in one fight. You spit your mouthpiece out twice in one fight, we won't deduct any points. But you spit that mouthpiece out a third time, you're going to lose a point every time you do it after that. So unless you were really ahead on points, you might end up losing the fight just because you couldn't keep your mouthpiece in your mouth. Again, we got a week, so make sure your mouthpieces fit good, guys. And don't wait till you're here to want to boil your mouthpieces. I don't want to boil your mouthpieces. I'll give you one of the loaners that somebody left behind from the fights previously. That's nasty, but that's all I got. So, plus if I bought mouthpieces for the fighters, we'd still have to boil them. Let's just boil your mouthpiece. Make sure it's good. Train with it. Get used to it. It's your buddy. Get a protector for it, so it's not getting all nasty and you know where it is. So 2 warnings and then a point. It can be hard to bite down your mouthpiece if you're getting tired. Some people feel it's uncomfortable in their mouth, so they let it hang out of their mouth. And I can see in the ring, I can see it in the ring if you're holding that mouthpiece outside of your mouth. Like I'm right there with the fighters. I'm not spectating from the outside where it's not really noticeable. So I know what goes on. Exactly, Hitmonlee. Whatever you train with, you should be ready for. Whatever you're using in your match, you should be trained for. Well, you got to get to the point where you just got to keep your mouthpiece in your mouth. That's all I can say. Then you need a little bit more training, but you gotta. That's a safety thing. Got to keep the mouthpiece in. The Wall of Fame. Let's talk about that one really quick. Actually, I got to take a phone call really quick. Let's watch this really quick. Hello? What's going on, everybody? Fire Chicken here at the Scrapyard. I wanted to personally introduce you guys to our new merch line. It's on Teespring. You can find the link in the description. We got all sorts of stuff. We got mugs, we got pint glasses, we got t-shirts, sweatshirts, premium tees, tank tops, whatever you could think about. And we're going to be constantly adding new stuff to this merch line. So show some support to the Scrapyard. Go on there, pick something up for yourself, for a friend, whatever. Represent us. Thanks everybody for watching. Peace out. Peace out. Sorry, I had a phone call. That was Jimmy Fit. I gotta talk to him tonight. So Jimmy, if you're watching this, let me send him a message really quick and just let him know that I'm on Kicking It with Chicken, and I got to talk to him after this. But I'm going to address your fight really quick. So let me shoot you a message. I'm gonna send this to the StreamYard link to you. Share. Let's see, and I want to invite. I forgot how to share. Come on, am I new? There we are. Okay. So I'll give him a second and see if he Oh shoot, I didn't mean to send that one to you, Jimmy. I'm gonna remove that. All I got to do is give him the Kicking It with Chicken address. That's invite guests. I just need to share it. Hey, Morningstar, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I'm definitely gonna go over the fight, so just hear me out for a second. And I know it's painful to listen to me talk sometimes, but you know what? Everybody should be used to it now. It's just like owning a dog you really like, really love, but it's got like a really annoying bark. You just put up with it, guys. Really like. Okay, so I'm going to send this to Jimmy Fit so I can explain the situation with his match. I got to put it out there, guys. I suck at multitasking. I always have. Okay. Jimmy, leave a message on the chat if you're in. Yeah, we got like 50, 60 people signed up to fight Morningstar. Okay, so Jimmy Fit was scheduled to fight Turco. Turco told me that was a go, so I scheduled the fight. Now, prior to that, I had Jimmy Fit lined up with this guy named Daddy Longlegs. I think it's Daddy Longlegs. Just a kickboxer out of Oregon, out of a gym. And I was looking for somebody Jimmy's weight, and that guy came up, and I reached out to him. He said, well, I'm a kickboxer, but I'll do a boxing match. And then he asked his coach. His coach was cool with it. So that's who we originally had set up for Jimmy. However, Turco was like, I'll fight him. And so I asked Turco's brother, Turkish Assassin, I'm like, are you coming out too? You want to fight? And he's like, no, I'm doing something that day, unfortunately. And so I was like, oh man, because I knew like what he told me what he told me he was doing. I figured like he's definitely going to have his brother there. So I messaged his brother, and he didn't realize it was on the same day, so he had to pull out of the event. Stuff happens, guys. People get injured. People double book stuff, and nothing against those guys. So stuff happens. Jimmy, I hope you're understanding on this. I'm just going to put you back with the guy I had you with originally. Daddy Longlegs, just a 3-round boxing fight. I will get you any information that you want about the guy. Just hit me up. I'll do my best. So had to address that. I made a little video for people that if anybody does a super chat, I made a little video for that super chat. It's like a whatever. You gotta super chat to find out, but you'll see it eventually. Somebody will super chat, and then I'll do the little video, and I'll do it every time somebody super chats. Back to the stuff. Wall of Fame. I know everybody wants to get on the Scrapyard's Wall of Fame. That should be a given. I mean, I got UFC fighters constantly emailing me, asking me how to get on the Scrapyard Wall of Fame. And I just tell them, you will never be on the Scrapyard Wall of Fame. You are too, you can't fight in our yard. And they get really mad and threaten me. No, I'm just kidding. But if you want to get on the Wall of Fame, it used to be you had to get 7 wins. And hear me out on this, guys. Some of you might not like this, but if you're really like moseying towards that Wall of Fame, taking your pace, leisurely stroll, it might take longer to get there than you think. Reason being that we've got, I think, 6 people on the Wall of Fame so far. It's like Lights Out, Jay Gotham, Viking Warrior, Terrifier, Crazy Legs. 5 or 6. There's 6. I just sorry. I can only remember 5 things at once, apparently. So it used to be 7 wins got you on the Wall of Fame. However, that section is filled up, guys. Turtle! Damn it! That's it! How can I forget Turtle? I think Turtle was the first one on the wall. First one on the wall. That's why, because it like reset my brain. To get on the Wall of Fame now, you need 8 wins. So when that section's filled up, you will need 9 wins. When that section's filled up, you will need 10 wins, and it will keep going. We have a lot of space to get there, but eventually it might be a lot of wins to get on the Wall of Fame. What's up, Gash? Shout out, Gash. Congratulations on the impressive victory on your last venture to the Scrapyard. If I was a drinker, I would toast you, but I'm not that much of a drinker. So anyway, that's the Wall of Fame. He needs somebody like Darth Vader to fight Solo. Yeah, well, Halloween's coming up. Solo, the fans want to know when Solo going to be in the ring again. I think that's the most common question. I think people want to know when Gash will be in the ring again too. I think what people want to know if Illuminate the State is going to be in the ring this month. I think people want to know back in Wisconsin. My team is pretty jazzed about it. They should be. You showed so much progression and growth in that last fight. Like, not because you won or anything like that, but just your technique looked so it looked like it looked like how it's supposed to look when you see like a somebody with a ton of experience. I don't know any other way to put it. I'm tripping over my words and stuff. but it just looked really good. Monsoon versus Solo. Well, I think I'd get tired punching Solo. Sorry, man. Solo, I'd get tired punching you. Then he'd head kick me. And then he'd yell in my face. And then he'd start to walk away. And then he'd hit me with the no-looky punch. And I'd get disoriented for a second. And then he would hit me with a no-looky punch from somewhere else. I already got it all played out in my head. I don't want that to come true, guys. Matches. Sometimes I write stuff down, and I don't know what I meant when I wrote this down. I wrote matches. Like, come on. I couldn't have been a little bit more descriptive. And are we talking about what types of matches? Okay, we got boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA, and BJJ. What's up, Nick? Nick Cook. Those are our matches. Muay Thai is similar to kickboxing, except you can clinch, you can sweep, and that's about it. Yeah, clinch and sweep. Knees are the same, elbows are the same to the body. It's just that you can clinch and do them now. Solo has done MMA. His first fight was MMA. Solo won his first fight. He made his opponent quit, as he's done in the past by breaking his opponents. You destroy their will to fight, and they simply cannot go on. Obviously, Solo's most epic victory, I would have to say, would be against the Red Goat, which the build up to that, the conclusion to it, I hope Red Goat comes back someday. That was such a cool match. I would like to see Mr. Fit versus Mr. Fitness versus the Red Goat. Come on. How could that not be the best match ever? Mr. Fitness in his wrestling singlet against Red Goat in his Muay Thai outfit and his Red Goat t-shirt. Special guest referee Solo. Oh my gosh. It just gets better and better, guys. My brain is just blowing up right now with ideas. Red Goat would do that. And they're not like so far off their weight. Do it, Samuel. No regrets. Hitmon Lee. That is probably what I was talking about with the matches. We have extended our belt matches to 5 rounds. You want to be a champion, you got to fight championship rounds. You got to be in there for 5 grueling rounds at 2 minutes each. And you got to fight anybody. So think about that. It's really cool to have the belt, but better be ready to defend it. Let's see. Fighter of the year. I mean, I made a poll on Facebook or YouTube the other day, multiple days ago about it. And people were all saying the same thing. Now it's got to be somebody that's never won before. Okay. Sorry, Gash. Sorry, Viking Warrior. But you know what? You're still remembered as Fighter of the Year. Your name is on the wall with your date next to it. Fighter of the Year is your vote. You right here, my friends, my YouTube buddies, my subscribers. Fighter of the Year is picked by you. You can pick whatever criteria you want to nominate a Fighter of the Year. Do you like the way that their hair looks? Oh, cool. Vote for that person. Do you like their persona in the ring. Pony Boy, what is that? Is that Pony Boy? It is. Do you like their performance? Whatever reasoning you like for a particular fighter, you can vote them Fighter of the Year. Nick, Fair Play is not a Scrapyard fighter. He's never fought in the Scrapyard. We tried to get him over here, and it just we ran into issues every time. It never happened. So it just never happened. If he ever wants to come over, though, by all means, Fair Play. If you see this, man, it would be an honor. I think everybody should fight in the Scrapyard at least once. That should be a Street Beef's bucket list item. And I noticed a lot of people are really following suit with this. A lot of people are contacting me every month wanting to come out, whether they're coming out at a later date or they're coming out the next month. People are always signing up to come out here. They want to fight in the cage. They want to fight one of our people, whatever. They just want to experience the Scrapyard. They want to catch a Sasquatch. I don't know. Whatever your agenda is, we can facilitate it. So if you are a Street Beef fighter, man, hit me up. We'll plan something, okay? I already got something in the works for December. Something in the works for December. I'm not going to tell anybody, but it's big. It's a big one, guys. That's one that I hope works out. Regeneration Nation. Yes, I mean, start looking for a sponsor. Let people know, say, hey, business, person, whoever, entity, I want to go fight at Street Beef Scrapyard, and this is why. And make a video that's compelling, and they're like, man, I don't know who this guy is, but I want to see him fight in the Scrapyard. Maybe you can even get him to like decide, give him like 5 names, like, who do you think I should fight? Whatever. You gotta, it's like a product, you gotta sell it. You gotta be like, yeah, make it to the Scrapyard. You won't regret it. I mean, you could if you get your ass kicked, but I think even the people that happens to still had a good time in the Scrapyard. As Jay Gotham says, we do hand out checks, to every participant that fights in the Scrapyard in the form of a reality check. Are you as good as you thought you were? Does some of the stuff that you've learned really work in a fight, in a real fight, in a cage? Find out on the next episode of the Scrapyard. Event staff, fellow event staff, my beloved, the ones I cherish immensely. Let's talk about your jobs really quick. This is very important. Everybody on YouTube sees about, honestly, I was going to say 10%, but I think it's more along the lines of 5%. They see about 5% of what we do. Because really, you see a video, you see the fighters, but you don't see what happens in the background. You don't see all the work it takes to make it work. I think that's why a lot of people think like, I'm going to go start my own backyard fight club. And they do it for the wrong reasons. Almost every single time. Oh, hey, you know what time it is?
Nice.
Yeah!
Way to go. Keep beating them inside. Keep beating them.
That's it. Okay. You got a yeah from Solo, and you got 2 explosives facial expression. Thank you. Illuminate the state. So I'm actually starting to plan a Virginia trip. I wanted to go to Virginia big time this year. I always do. That is the mecca, the capital, the starting point, the birth of Street Beefs, the creator, the small bit of light that manifested and evolved into what we see today. That all started by Scarface himself, and to meet all the people that are associated with Scarface that make up his team that run it. You got Bestaban, you got Nate, Sunshine. I haven't personally met. You got the people doing the matchmaking. You got the people in the medical staff. All that. I mean, it's really cool to meet them, and the fighters, definitely the fighters. So we're planning this. So if you're not in the fighter chat, then you need to get in the fighter chat or just DM me, and I'll let you know the nitty-gritty details on when we plan on going to Virginia. But let's talk about something really quick. These are going to be the jobs that the Scrapyard has. So very important, you guys. Like I said, you see like 5% of what we do. I have an event team show up before everybody else that helps out. And it's really important, you guys, that you're showing up when you're supposed to, because these jobs, like if I don't have people filling these jobs in, I can't do any more than I'm already doing. I'm already main camera operator, host. I help with matchmaking. I run around, get the food vendors going. I'm working with cameras. I'm telling people how to do their jobs. It's a lot. And if you've been to an event, you've seen how hectic it is. I actually look forward to the end of it because I get to relax. And especially when people stay and box with me. I really like that, you guys. I love it when people want to take pictures with me. I love it when people want to box afterwards. That kind of makes like all the hard work worth it. These are the jobs. So I have a parking attendant. Very important that you're one of the first ones here. You got to go out and you got to make sure people are parking correctly and not loitering and not trashing where they park. We got a ref. We normally have 2. We have none this month. However, somebody's stepping up and helping out. If you are experienced with many amateur or professional fights or have actual ref experience. Now, I think what I'm going to do for some of the refs or people that are interested in being refs, I might help them get like an official referee license. I might help them with that, find out what it takes, push them in that direction. And with that, they could even referee amateur events around the state and make money off it. So we're on a volunteer basis out here, guys. I know I messaged a couple people asking them if they would referee. They're professional referees, and I'm not saying anything bad about them because that's what they do. They referee for money, and they were asking how much. I said it's voluntary, and they didn't like that at all, and that's cool. Like I don't have any negativity towards these guys at all. That's why I just want to talk it out. Maybe you get one that's like a big fan of the Scrapyard and says, "Oh man, I'll do it." Whatever. I just want to meet people. That would be cool. But some people, until people have come out to the Scrapyard and met me and see what we do, they might have like these ideas about the Scrapyard or Street Beefs in general, and it might not always be good. So, anyway. Nurse, very important. We have somebody as our nurse currently. I would like to have a backup nurse also. Please, if you're qualified, just hit me up because there's not very many spots in our event staff, and being able to get in on this would be cool. Camera people. Currently, I got myself, Buddy V, Karate Gandalf are my trusted camera operators. It is actually a learning curve to learn the GoPros, how I want framing and all this stuff done. So, I would like some other people just to learn, okay? Live feed camera operator. Oh, Gabriel, man, you got to hit me up. Like, seriously, man. Hit me up, dude. I wanted you to hit me up last time, and I never heard from you. I love that you're kicking it with chicken, though. So you need to email me right now. This is how people can also get a hold of me as far as scrapyard related stuff. Maybe they want to sponsor the scrapyard. Maybe they want to sponsor a particular fighter. Maybe they want to contact me and find out something that isn't listed in the Facebook group. So, yeah, if you got an important question, message me. Anyway, live camera feed operator. That's a simpler job than the main camera angle. It's just for people. I need people handling the waivers. I need people running the scale. I need food, people doing food. I need matchmaking, at least 2 people. I need a door operator. I need security. I need people helping corner fighters. I should not see a fighter get in that cage and not have a corner. If you're there and you're just watching and you come out every month and you don't do nothing, then what are you doing there? This isn't a spectator spot. Just because you know somebody, it don't mean that you can just come out and do that. Get a job. That sounded so bad. Get a scrapyard job. Like if you are somebody that comes out all the time and you're there, why not just be like, what can I do to help out? If I tell you I don't got nothing for you, hey, you asked. You asked if I needed help, and I didn't have anything. So what if my corner is a ghost? Well, then you get 2 corners. You get a live ghost and a real ghost. Merch. We do have merch. Oh, merch. Yeah, anyway, this is jobs at the event. Interviews. Fight Team 206 and Buddy V are interviewers. Now, conflicting is Buddy V's interviews and his camera stuff. However, if Karate Gandalf has a fight, like we could run into a spot where we need somebody. Where are the venues? I would love to help out. It's in Gig Harbor, Washington. Supernova. If you don't bring a corner, then you, Ron, you're watching the beginning of the chat. I can tell by your comment. Cups have been mandatory, but we just stopped checking. So Anomaly is going to be the official cup checker every time. He's going to give a feel and a look. And if he says they're good, they're good. So great volunteering, Anomaly. It's okay. I'm going to make Derek do it too. Okay. Interviews, judges, crowd representatives. Come on, guys. Come on. Crowd representatives are what they are. I need 3 or 4 of those. I need a runner. I need a guy that's going to run or girl that's going to run and do stuff. Like, I need my GoPro batteries now. Got it. I need you to go see what so-and-so is yelling about off their porch because they can't pick a better time to be at home. I want to see what that's all about. I want to see what this is about. You know what? That's what our runner does. They do everything. They're my legs sometimes. Timekeeper. Volunteer cornerman. Yeah. If you're experienced like a coach or something, Pony Boy, your knowledge of fighting is worthy of being somebody's corner, basically. So I've been trying to get you to come out for ever, even just to come out. I know people get busy and all that stuff, and I get that. So, okay, those are basically. Yep, just chase me down, ask me what, kind of hover around me. When I start to look like I'm looking for something, that's when you say, like, what do you need? I'll be like, this. Go get me a sandwich. Go get me a hot dog. Go get me a taco. I want Chick-fil-A. You got 20 minutes. Get me a Chick-fil-A. We don't do our events on Sunday, so I know Chick-fil-A is open. I know they're open. I saw somebody made a joke the other day. Chick-fil-A should on Sundays, since they're closed, they should have a mobile chicken sales, like chicken, like a food truck out in front of all the Chick-fil-A's. It's called Side Chick. Thought it was pretty funny. Let's talk your weight, your fighting weight. When you weigh in at the event, that's what you weigh. Fights, I might schedule fights ahead of time, guys. I might match you guys up ahead of time. So I put you guys down at the link. I put you guys down at the weight you sign up at. If you weigh in at the event and you're outside of the 10-pound sliding scale allowed weight to fight your opponent, then I have to ask your opponent, hey, are you okay that he came in 12 pounds heavy? And your opponent can say yes or no. Well, I mean, anybody can say yes or no at any time because nobody's being forced to fight. That's why when you guys see these fights and you're like, oh man, that was such a mismatch. You guys don't even know that, like, how the matching stuff. Like, we got fighters that come in and say they're like level 4s and stuff, and or I didn't get them a match and they're like, I'll fight him, you know, and that kind of stuff. And that's how it works sometimes. Runner, assistant, secretary, yes. So you guys don't see how any of the matchmaking goes. I do not ever intentionally match up people so that we get a knockout. Hell no. Dude, like, I want people to come back. I want people to improve. I want people to get something out of this. I want people to be part of the scrapyard. I don't want people getting injured. That is not what we're about out here. We're about bettering ourselves and bettering each other. We're about a community. We're about solving beefs. We're about giving you guys a place to come out to, a community to be involved with that listens to you and helps you out. That is Street Beef Scrapyard. That is Street Beefs. That is what Scarface started this whole thing for. Initially to stop street violence. It is very hard to get people to fight each other today, though. Most people would just rather not come and fight each other. It's sad. Because one person knows that they're going to get their ass kicked by the other person. And they don't want that to happen. And that's unfortunate. Because you should be able to solve a beef with somebody, shake hands afterwards, and that be the end of it. Man, that is really cool to hear. Supernova, I really, really love hearing people's testimonials about. Yep. And you're blocked. Anyway, I really like hearing people's testimonials about Fight Russ. Yeah, you're blocked. I really like hearing people's testimonials about how the scrapyards impacted their life. No. This is our rules, guys. We don't allow drugs or alcohol. We don't even allow people to drink at the events. If I find out you're drinking, I'll tell you to put it away. You're not going to fight drunk. That is not going to happen. Just because you see people on our channel and their style might look like they're drunk, maybe they're putting on a show, I don't know, but I do not let people fight drunk. Super sticker, I think that still deserves the added stream.
Nice. Yeah! Way to go. Keep beating them inside. Keep beating them.
I'm gonna keep doing that, guys. Every time we get a super chat or a sticker, whatever, That's what we're gonna play. Too explosive. You're famous now. Solo, you're famous now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's cool. So back to what I was saying, guys. Okay, fighting weight. Oh, you know what I never. Oh yeah, I did talk about that. Fighter weight. This is going to be something that we're going to talk about for title people's title fights. So here's a good question right here. So you can join Street Beef Scrapyard on Facebook, and you can be part of the group, but you got to be 18 to fight. Just one more year, less than a year, unless you turned 17 today. So just wait. We're staying legal. We're staying legal on this, guys. No paying, no charging, not fighting under 18, all that stuff. Okay, so I know it sucks, but I gotta draw the line in the sand and not make exceptions for people. I'm gonna talk about this comment right here. So this person doesn't even. I'm not even gonna address it. Dude, you're not getting any screen time for me. Blocked. Whatever. Anyway, fighting weight. Back to what I was saying. So this is about the title fights, the People's Championship title fights. Basically, if the title is 170, you are allowed I'm never going to answer this question. Gabriel, come out and grapple me, bro. I'll grapple you. We do grappling. Yes, we do. Since YouTube can't handle the truth, you get this. No, really. Thank you, though. Baby Hulk's OG branch, you know, we're Washington State. We're the Sasquatch. We're the Sasquatch chapter. But come out and grapple with me, man. Title. Thank you, Solo. I can finish what I was saying. Okay, I'm completely ignoring all of you right now. If the title fight is 170, you're allowed to be 175, but not over that. It's those are the only times we have set weight limits. And if you're over 175 on a 170-pound fight, then unfortunately you either don't. It's a non-title fight. I'm just going to say that. It's a non-title fight. Okay, I finished. I got the question done, guys. Continue on with your questions. I need help cleaning up after the events, guys. We don't have two cities, Octavius. We have one, Gig Harbor. We have other branches of Street Beefs. We have West Coast, the OG branch, and the Texas group, which is in Texas, but it's called Dirty South. So sub to all of them. Dirty South puts all their fights on the OG channel. The OG puts all their fights on the OG channel. West Coast puts all their fights on the West Coast channel. And we put all our fights on the Scrapyard channel. Lowest weight class currently, we could probably say, like, if I had two people at 125, we could let them scrap it out for a 125-pound title. How do you get a fight? Join the Facebook group. Street Beef Scrapyard, 28,000 members on Street Beef Scrapyard. I need help cleaning up, guys. Please stick around. Do some sparring with me. Pick some stuff up. Take a bag of garbage home. Jeez. You understand, like, how much that would help me? I'm having to bury all this garbage in the woods. I'm just kidding. That's a freaking joke. No, but it is like overloading my garbages every week. It sucks because I have to be like strategic. I have to go through. I have to like sometimes empty out people's water bottles and crush them down and throw them in the recycling. It sucks. People do bring food, but we do have food. Photography. I'm trying to have somebody be a photographer all the time because the last one we had pretty much rocked it with the photography. I was impressed. Are you guaranteed to fight? You're guaranteed to fight if I can find somebody that's signed up, that's at the event, that's your weight and experience level. You can always fight somebody, but I can't guarantee you a fight at your weight and your experience level. But I can guarantee you a fight. It just might not be the style you want. They might be a little heavier than you. Or they might be more experienced. So I hope that usually we have like, I would say anything from 145 to 250. I can generally find somebody to match you up with, unless we get just an oddball sign up of people that month. No, like we have a vendor. Unless we just get like an oddball group of people that month, like a bunch of heavyweights and no small people, and then one small person shows up. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. If you're traveling from out of state, I will set you up a match ahead of time. That one I can guarantee, because I don't want people traveling all the way to Washington State and not have a fight. It's happened, and I still hate it because I didn't know. I seriously didn't know they were from like the other side of the country. Communication. Communication is key. So, let's hear some questions, guys. Let's hear some questions. Oh, how about I go through the match lineup? I promised you that. I did. I try to like keep up my promises. I really do. If I promise you something and I don't deliver it to you, it means I forgot. Let me see if I can make it all the way to the signups without getting distracted. Oh, great. I took the picture sideways. Okay. I'm gonna read it like this, because if I go like this, guess what? Yeah, you already know. I can lock the screen, I guess. I feel like I'm doing a lot for just this one thing, but that's okay. I seriously don't ever lock my screen. And there's got to be a screen lock. Are you kidding me? Okay. We're reading it sideways. Do the fighters sign waivers before fighting? Yes, they do. If you don't like what you see on the waiver, you don't have to fight. I'm opening up a gym in Bremerton, so you may be able to spar at our gym. Can you show up as fan Ben Solo? You know what, Ben? You know what Ben should do? Ben, you should have like a contest every month. Man, I got a salty hater tonight, guys. This is awesome. I love it when people have to go so far out of their way to just hate on me. It gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling at the bottom of my heart. So thank you. It means you care. Ben, you should honestly hold something every month where your biggest fan gets to be your corner that month. Okay, here we go. We got goal setter, 145-pound title holder from the OG Yard. Coming out to box, our champion, Q-Tip. Demon Monsoon from the OG Yard, coming out to fight Black Panther. We got the Karate Gandalf versus the Crimson King in a Muay Thai kickboxing match. If we got Jimmy Fit versus Daddy Longlegs in a boxing match. We got, I haven't even announced this one yet, Scotty Showtime versus the E-Money himself in an MMA People's title fight. Overtime Hustling. What is up? Whoop, whoop. We got Buddy V versus Fenrir. MMA Buddy V, the modern day Aztec warrior, back in the scrapyard. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do with the haters, you guys? Next time we do this, I'm going to make it so you have to subscribe to the channel to comment. So every time they make a fake account and come on here, then they got to subscribe to the channel. Hey, OTH, I'll try to check it out. I got videos to edit tonight and family to run, but I'll try. We got Sifu Panda versus the Mad Dog himself, our door operator, fought at the first event in an MMA or in a Muay Thai kickboxing bonanza. No Limit versus the Humble One MMA, and he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Hands himself versus Pinche Jr. 155-pound People's Title Boxing Championship match. I'll announce it more. Kill 422 429C. I'll talk about it more on the Facebook group. It's called Mutual Combat Martial Arts. Combat with a K. We got King Abel versus the Father Timekeeper himself. Father Timekeeper. And that is Jeremy, the guy that you see bobbing and weaving and looking like he's going to fight in every single video. We got Supernova versus the Comedian in a boxing match. We got Grizzly coming all the way from Montana versus Untouchable G. I think he's coming from the East Coast. I'm not going to screw it up. He's coming from the East Coast. That's an MMA match. Woo. We got Ashi Poppy versus the Monkey in an MMA fight. And if Ashi Poppy wants it, it'll be a title fight. We got the Wizard versus the Blacksmith in boxing. We got Dallas or Dallas versus Samoan Hokage. I hope I got that right. That's a kickboxing match. It may be Muay Thai if they decide they'll do that. I'm going to ask all the fighters if they want Muay Thai or kickboxing. There's some people that are going to specifically want kickboxing, but some people, or I think the majority of people just say Muay Thai. We got the Ankle Biter versus Chance in boxing. We got TJB versus OMAD in MMA. We got Quentin versus ACDC in Muay Thai. Ari versus Dexus in boxing. Houdini versus Rooster Rodriguez in either boxing or either kickboxing or Muay Thai. Hit Stick versus Kickstand in boxing. All Bad versus Lights Out in boxing. Simo versus Jazz in MMA. Alex Gao versus Brown Dingo in MMA. TGB. Did I already say TGB? Oh, that was TJB. TGB. TJB. If I screwed that up and I double book somebody, I'll find out. Versus Flex in, I question mark that one. We got Ring of Fire versus OMAD in boxing. I thought I already gave them. Damn it. Okay, I screwed that one up. OMAD's double booked. Ring of Fire, I gotta find somebody else for. But we got Heart Attack, King Bam Bam, Reese's Pieces, Mountain Eater, D-Man. I thought I had D-Man already. and mailman. So we got some people signed up. Yes, it is fire. And guess what? You're gone. The time it takes you to make another account, it takes me 2 seconds to block you. So it really doesn't affect me too much. You're giving me something to talk about. So hey, that's awesome. Shout out to the haters. Without the haters, their tears like lubricate the gears of the scrapyard. Their saltiness seasons the food that the fighters eat. Yeah, fighters can do more than one match in a day. You're not obligated to if you sign up. Jimmy Fit. Okay, I'll be down in a minute. Jimmy Fit. I'm glad you're on. Let me explain what happened with your matchup. I explained it already, but I'm running out of content anyway on this live. So we're going to explain it again. Originally, when you signed up, I gave you the first person I could find that was 175 pounds. I got like an eyelash in my eye. That was Daddy Longlegs. Daddy Longlegs is a kickboxer, but after talking to their coach, they said they could box. Okay, they're your same experience level and everything. You might be slightly higher for boxing though. Now, Turco said he wanted to fight this month, and he didn't realize that he had a prior engagement, that it was on the same day. So he just kind of like didn't know that. And then eventually I seen his brother post something about it, that he was going to this. And I was like, whoa, was your brother going too? And I just assumed like, oh, haters are funny, Gash. So, okay, Jimmy Fit, I got you, man. So I'm explaining this. I get sidetracked super easy. Attention span, whatever. Okay, so Turco ended up saying, hey, I can't. I got to go to this thing. And so I just went back and I just gave you the match that I originally had for you. So it's unfortunate. I think Turco versus you would have been an awesome match, but maybe some other day, maybe some other time. Regardless, I got a match for you. And I do have other people signed up that are your weight too. So I just want you to have a match. That's what's important. I hope that works out for you, man. So, I wanted to talk about something that happened on YouTube the other day. So, apparently actually it's more like this. Like, I was driving this bus and I ran over somebody's feelings, and I apparently crushed their spirits, and they keep making YouTube accounts just to say mean things to me. It's so hilarious. Oh, man. Jimmy, you'll be 175 to 180. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's what I got you down as, 175. Thank you, Nick. You're welcome in the chat anytime. Anyway, so I'll take like 2 more questions. Even if it's from the guy that creates another Facebook account or YouTube account. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to block him. That is such a satisfying feeling to push that block button on people like that. You're building my block resume, my block list. My only question is, what did I do to piss you off? Did I put out a video that had a decision that you didn't agree with? Was it you made a ignorant comment and I responded and you didn't like the response? Or did you make an ignorant comment towards somebody else and I blocked you? or let's see, it's one of those two things, or maybe I made fun of somebody, told you that I don't associate with a certain person that none of Street Beefs associates with, and I said why. Marshall for all. Good night, everyone. Train hard. Oh, Hitmon Lee. Peace out. Always enjoy your company. So it's one of those scenarios. I irritated somebody. They're sad. Cry, cry, cry. Hate on Facebook. Never fight because you're weak. It takes this amount of balls, 0, to do this on YouTube. It takes you guys that jump in the ring, metaphorically have very large testicles, because you get in there knowing that you could lose, you could get hurt, you don't know what's going to happen, and you do it. You do it all the time. So whiny little crybabies on YouTube that'll never amount to anything in their life because they're more concerned about what other people are doing with their lives, that don't even know the difference between a Ford Thunderbird and a Pontiac Trans Am. So I already know that your IQ, your intelligence level is very low. But I've also seen your maturity level come out here in your posting. So as soon as I see you make another post, that'll be the last block, and then I'll end the live chat. So literally everybody's waiting on you to make me go away. Any West Coast locations? Yeah, so they have their own Facebook group. They fight out of, I believe, Arizona, Las Vegas. I think those are the 2 locations left. I think they ran into some issues with some of the places they were trying to have shows at. But join their group. But or Jesse, like, come on, man, you're like on our live. I bet you could come up to the Scrapyard and you would really like it. Alaska needs one for Cuzzo. You, Jordan, did you meet me? Or did you just remember me fighting then? But come on, Jesse, like, the Scrapyard's where it's at. I mean, those are, don't get me wrong, the other yards are awesome in their own sense, but I gotta back my yard here. I gotta back the Scrapyard. So I'll push for it. We got people that are from Cali, that are from Vegas, that are all around it, that have only fought in the Scrapyard also. So the Bay Area, yeah, I know, man. It's a drive. Scrapyard for life. I love it. Can I get a yeah from everybody in the comments? No, I haven't met you. That was the time I started watching Street Beef. Hey, thank you, Jesse. Hey, yeah! You get a yeah from me, too. You get a yeah from Solo. Anybody else want to give me a yeah? Jimmy Fit with a yeah. Jesse with a yeah. The Magician with a yeah. Busy with a yeah. T-shirt. I love it. The participation is on another level tonight. Just give the video a thumbs up. That's like the last piece of the puzzle with participation. Speed Trap with a yeah. These are the people watching that aren't afraid to make a comment. They aren't the silent haters that watch us and can't comment or won't comment, that are just trying to get information or just want to see whatever. Say something, people. Participation. Come on. I love seeing participation. I love that you guys are wanting to be part of the Scrapyard. Honestly, if you don't want to be part of the scrapyard, why do you keep buzzing around? Another yeah. I do like people watching our stuff, but the people that are haters that watch us that you would buy. Hey, Jizzy, we got t-shirts. We just don't have a solo t-shirt yet. I think Solo's working on that. We might do one too. So I don't know. All right, guys. It's been like an hour and something. I told you, like, when you're in a fight and you break your opponent, like they just realize that they can't beat you. They punch you, but no matter what they do to you, they can't win. And you just look at them and you smile. That's the bane to the Batman. The snap in half back. That's when you break somebody. That's when somebody makes 10 Facebook or YouTube accounts and you keep banning them and banning them and banning them. You have broke them. Broke. You are broke. You are broke. So thank you to all the people that really care about us. Y'all have replays of rounds. That's what I like about the scrapyard. Oh, thank you. Oh, I want to tell you guys this really quick. This meant a lot to me because it don't happen very often, guys, but I was just on YouTube, right? Commenting away, and I managed to go to somebody's YouTube channel, a big UFC fighter's YouTube channel. And I said, and they were posting, they said, I was under their community tab, and they said, hey, I'm getting ready to drop a video. And I said, now this is a fighter that I follow. I said, man, I can't wait to see it. What's the chance of you ever coming out to the scrapyard someday? Thinking like, yeah, they're really going to respond to me. Well, they said 100%. I was just like staring at my phone for like 5 seconds. Like, seriously? Dude, I look up to this fighter. I really do. I think they're such a humble person. I respect their talent immensely. And to have them even say that they would make it out to the scrapyard someday was just it just meant so much. So if you're in the fighter chat, hit me up. I'll tell you who it was. The other people, yeah, sorry. You'll find out eventually. Okay, Pavement Bastard. Join our Facebook group. Join our Facebook group, YouTube Icebreaker. Thank you. So if you join our Facebook group, you can find out a friend in Montana in December. December 17th is going to be our December event. So just be on the lookout for that one. I wonder if the Atlanta area, Georgia, where I live, has a scrapyard. Also, this might sound like a crazy question, but how is scrapyard beefs legal? But if two people fight on private property, popos can arrest. This is a good question, and I understand that we get this a lot from people that are new. So certain states, meaning only a couple, allow for people to have a mutual combat with each other, public or private property. Washington State's one of those. We're not doing anything illegal. We're having amateur exhibition matches. We're not declaring winners. You guys don't see us like physically raise people's hands. You know that the fighter puts up their own hand. This is all stuff to stay legal where we're at. You know, we want to uplift people. We want them to get out and join gyms and become amateur fighters. I don't know who you're talking about. Is he sleeping? I decided to check in the live chat. I'm motivated to work out after this. Hey, Joel, the comedian, aka the comedian. Listen, I have a real problem with getting motivated to train for fights. So, what I found out, it might sound silly, but make a playlist or just put a song on your phone, pull it up on YouTube, turn it on, knock out some push-ups, do a little bit of stuff here and there. It'll progress. You'll get to be doing more. I'm on a workout kick right now. I'm trying. I'm trying to get motivated or be more. I am more motivated to work out, and I'm feeling better. So little steps, baby steps, but not too small steps. So that's all I got. I'm actually hungry. I'm really hungry. Hey Sergio, thank you. Like, I really appreciate that. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. I found out why the hater be hating. The hater be hating because the hater be the hater be supporting a sex offender. The hater is riding the jock of a registered sex offender, a kitty fondler. Yep, that's what it is. I told you guys. I told you that the hater had one of these reasons, and that was my third reason. So right there, guys, that shows you why the hater be hating, because they're a big fan of the Chomo mouse. I don't even care. Like, it's public information. You guys that are so fucking naive that you can't read public information. It's like you think that the world's lying to you, and just because he says that it didn't go down like that. Bullshit. Dude, bullshit. You can read the court documents. You can read everything. There's a reason that Chomo got kicked out of Street Beefs, and his channel is dying. He can't manage to pull in more than a couple hundred views per video. Yeah. It means your connection. It means your connection's bad, pavement bastard. Anyway, there's a reason why he got kicked out. He's re-uploading all these sparring videos and stuff that he made like years ago because he can't come up with any new content that people want to watch. It's him in front of a stair stepper a lot of times, huffing and puffing and huffing and puffing, or him taking weird videos at like strip clubs, or going into Planet Fitness, videotaping people's asses against their consent. It's disgusting, nasty behavior, and you people that support that crap are garbage. You guys are straight up garbage. That shows your content and character that you support somebody like that. And it makes me think that you honestly do believe that he is guilty of his charges, but you're okay with it because maybe you do the same stuff. You know what? And I don't have a lot of good stuff to say about you type of people. If you've been found guilty of crimes like that, you don't deserve to be I ain't going to get into it, but you can pretty much know what I mean. I've never spoken too openly about this person, but now, you know what? We got people on here bringing that person up. And I'm sure the person's going to love it. because it means they get to start talking and yapping and all that stuff. It gives them content because they have no content. They literally have a channel that they paid for a ton of subscribers on. Yes, you can do that on YouTube. You can pay for subscribers and you can build your channel up and you can make yourself look like you're a big YouTuber. But if you ain't getting the views and you ain't got a verification sign next to your name, you're fake. You bought views because you bought views or you bought subscribers. And if you're willing to cheat, it means you probably lie too. And if you lie, it means people can't trust you. And if people can't trust you, then you're probably guilty of your charges. You probably cheat on your significant other, which I witnessed in Virginia. Oh, big surprise. What, you mean you're not an upstanding citizen? That's when I started. That was before everybody knew about the charges, you know? And then I backed away. And then we found out the real truth. The truth came to light. And I'm hoping, please, YouTubers, all you guys that make these videos up and songs and all this stuff with this guy, keep it up. You're doing great. There's literally like an album dedicated to the Virginia Chomo. Chomo from Virginia. You can look it up. People wrote songs about this guy. You can find his current registered sex offender pictures on you don't understand what this is. This is just Kicking It with Chicken, man. You're just listening to me talk. It's okay. We talk about different stuff. We talk about different stuff on different nights, so stop on in some other time. But yeah, guys, I called the hater and I called why they were hating. It was my third guess, but it still counts. I'll take credit for that. So the Chomo Mouse hater. There's even a website. Completely devoted towards exposing everything about that guy's crimes. You want to know what else? He lies about his background. Says he was like a college state wrestler, blah blah blah, that he was a pro fighter, that his fighting record that's on this dinky website that's from like 2001, that is him from like when he was like whatever, like 19 years old. It ain't giving no publicity. He's already gone. He's a gas tank running on fumes. So I'm just telling you guys, like, there ain't nothing left there. Every once in a while, he'll make a video responding to the haters because he can't make content anymore. So that is content in itself. He'll put out a video that has nothing to do with the stuff that he does, that is just some random video he found on the internet and claims it's his. Claims he knows these people. Claims he knows Randy Couture. Claims he knows Frank Mir. But what's funny is when he met some of these people, it's before they knew about his past. Like Coolio. He met Coolio, was talking to Coolio. Coolio found out about his past and put him on blast in front of everybody. But this guy is grasping for air, drowning, and he'll go back and he'll make it look like he's still cool with these guys just for clout. But you got no clout. You might be able to convince a couple people, your followers, whatever, but we all know Street Beefs is on the up and up. It's the biggest fight club in the world right now. You are not a fight club. You're somebody that puts out videos about your personal life. You huffing and puffing on a damn treadmill. That's the highlight of your channel. It's pathetic. But it's all you got left. So enjoy the little bit you got left because it's going away. Meanwhile, Street Beefs is 2.75 million subscribers, and it's on the up and up. It's continuously going up. Left you in the dust. Chris Young, this is the last I'm talking about it. I'm not bringing this crap up anymore. I've wanted to say stuff like this for a while, but you know what? Now's a good time. But you're right. That's it. The Boar headed up. Man, when are we gonna spar? How the September card looking? September, I don't really got any like, I think people messaged me and said they want to come out, but I don't got any like pre-matches made per se. So September 24th is that event. There was something, I think there was a couple people that hit me up that were like, man, I want to come out in September. Every time, every month, it's like something big is going to happen that month. It used to be like, we'd have to wait a few months, and it's like, okay, we're going to have a slow event, whatever. But it's like, no, every month's like legit. And it's really awesome. So don't be afraid to sign up on any random month. The Boar, man, if we don't get a sparring session in, I'm going to call you out. I'm just playing, man. All right, guys. Like I said, my food's probably cold. My kid made me lasagna tonight, so I don't want to let him down. Where are you from, Boar? I gotta ask Boar this really quick. Where are you from? Computing, typing. Ah, man, I've had like this eyelash in my eye the whole time. Computing. Error. Come on, Boar. Bothell. I don't know where Bothell is. Is that in between Seattle and Tacoma? I think. If it's near Seattle, you could always jump on the ferry and head on over to our gym. Oh, that's the problem. Dude, come on. If that's your issue, we're fighter chat. We have a fighter chat. Get in the fighter chat. Ask somebody, be like, hey, is anybody going to the Scrapyard today for sparring? Somebody will be like, I'll pick you up. Okay, that's it, guys. It's been a pleasure for the most part. It's been entertaining somewhat. It's been informative for you guys, I'm sure. Hit a like on this if you guys enjoyed the chat. Oh, I don't know, man. People would rather have you as a sparring partner and help you get better than to feel inconvenienced on a ride. So don't even fret on that. We got you. Peace out, everybody. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate each and every one of you, even the hater. So, Fire Chicken out.